There are nights when she talks to the moon, and it listens, patient, timeless, silent. The world outside sleeps in the hush of its own forgetting, but she remains awake, tracing the light that slips through her window, like a secret only she remembers. She does not speak loudly. Her voice trembles like the edge of a candle flame, a whisper born from the ache of everything left unsaid. Each word drifts upward, soft, slow, fragile, until the sky catches it and turns it into silver. She tells the moon about love, how it came to her like a sudden rain, gentle, warm, unexpected, and how it left without saying goodbye. She tells it about the moments that still haunt the corners of her memory, the laughter that echoes even now, in rooms that have forgotten his name. The moon listens, as only the moon can, without interruption, without judgment, without asking her to stop remembering. And for a moment, she feels less alone. For a moment, her pain becomes poetry. The night deepens, and the stars lean closer, curious about the girl, who still believes that words can travel across eternity. The breeze plays with her hair, lifting strands like verses, and she smiles faintly. The kind of smile that hides more than it reveals. Sometimes she asks the moon questions. She asks why people promise forever and then disappear. She asks why silence is louder after someone leaves. She asks why love chooses the ones who are not ready to hold it. The moon never answers, but its quietness feels like understanding. Hours pass, and her eyelids grow heavy, but her heart stays awake, still speaking, still remembering. She tells the moon about the little things, the perfume he liked, the way he said her name, the dreams they built, that time eventually stole. Each memory becomes a petal, falling gently into the ocean of night. The moon glows brighter, as if it wants to comfort her, as if it has known loss too. Perhaps in every shadow it carries, in every scar of darkness upon its face. And she wonders if the moon too once loved the sun, only to be left behind. In a forever of distance and longing, there are nights when she laughs softly, not because she is happy, but because she has learned that sadness can also be beautiful. She realizes that even in her solitude, she is surrounded by stars, by memories, by the endless conversation between light and dark. And as the first light of dawn touches the horizon, she whispers her final secret to the moon, that she no longer waits for anyone to return, but still believes in love, the kind that exists quietly, like moonlight on tired eyes, like faith that refuses to die. The moon fades, but its silence remains, a promise that every night it will return to listen again, to keep her secret safe, to remind her that even broken hearts can glow in the dark. The nights grew softer after that, not because her sorrow disappeared, but because she learned how to hold it without breaking. Grief no longer screamed. It hummed quietly, like an old song the heart still remembers, but no longer cries for. She still talks to the moon, but now her words are gentler, less like confessions, more like prayers. She doesn't ask why anymore. She simply says thank you for the memories, for the lessons, for the light that remained after everything else was gone. There are nights when she sits by the same window, and the wind carries laughter from the street below. She smiles. The sound doesn't hurt her anymore. It just reminds her that life continues, that even after heartbreak, the world doesn't end. It only changes its rhythm. The moon, her old friend, still listens, still glows, still paints silver on her skin. But now it reflects something new, a quiet strength she never knew she had. She realizes that she doesn't speak to the moon because she is lonely anymore. She speaks because she has something to share: peace, growth, hope. Sometimes she tells the moon about the people she meets now, the ones who smile without wanting anything, the ones who speak kindly, the ones who don't remind her of pain. She tells it about the books she's reading, the dreams she's chasing, the mornings she wakes up without checking her phone for messages that never come. The moon listens, and for the first time, it seems to smile back. She still remembers him. How could she not? But the memory no longer bleeds. It breathes. It has become soft. A folded letter she no longer reads, but cannot throw away. She keeps it in the quiet corner of her soul, where love still lives, not as a wound, but as wisdom. Some nights, she tells the moon stories about who she's becoming, how she planted hope in the soil of her sadness, how she learned that healing isn't forgetting, but forgiving herself for holding on too long. She speaks of her dreams now, to travel, to write, to love again without fear. Her voice carries confidence. Where once there was trembling, the moon listens, and its light seems proud. The stars gather around her, as if to hear this girl who turned her loneliness into light. Even the night air feels different, not heavy with grief, but fragrant with peace. She realizes she no longer belongs to the pain of her past. She belongs to the quiet beauty of what comes next. As dawn approaches, she looks up and whispers, "I'm learning to live again." And the moon, in its fading glow, whispers back, through the soft blue of morning, "I know." She closes the window, not to shut the night away, but to keep its comfort inside. Her heart is still tender, but it beats steady now. She walks to her bed, and for the first time in a long time, she falls asleep smiling, knowing the moon will always return, and so will she.